Are you tired of just pouring your heart and soul into email marketing, text message marketing, only to hear crickets instead of actually closing more clients? Don't worry, my friend, you are definitely not alone. Today on the More Than Social podcast, I want to dive in really headfirst into why aren't your email campaigns doing something for you? How are you missing the mark? How are you letting these dream clients or these sales slip through the crack? Hey there, my friend. Welcome back to another episode of the More Than Social podcast. Whether you are a coach, service provider, course creator, mastering the art of nurturing leads through your emails can make or break your business growth. And I want you to imagine this for a sec. You've crafted your newest offer, you poured all of your time and attention into this, you write a perfect launch email, you send it, and just crickets. Frustrating, isn't it? And honestly, it is costing you more than just time. But I don't want you to worry because today we're going to walk through a very step by step strategy that's going to help you turn your cold list or your cold database into this warm community of people who are actually ready to buy. And we're talking about building relationships that convert, not just sending out sales pitches all the time into this black space in the internet. So, first, let me just figure out where you are at with email marketing, then we'll really dive in. My first question for you: do you have an email list? If so, fantastic. So proud of you. If not, I want you to head on over to stockmedia.ca/CRM, and that's where I want you to build it. Now, if you have one, next question: how in touch are you with your email list? So last week, I was actually on a call with an interior designer. She had 500 people on her list. This is from 2019. She hasn't emailed them since. So if you're in a similar boat, don't worry. Yes, there's things that we can do to re-engage with them, but I highly recommend you implement what I'm talking about here today with you so we don't have to have the conversation again that you haven't actually talked to your people on your list. And my last question for you, this is about your stats. What do your open rates look like? Are they 20%, 40%, higher than that? What about your click rates? The stats make such a big difference in terms of where you're actually sitting now and what tweaks we can make to get better. Okay, sound good? All right, so let's actually dive in. Let's really get started into this full strategy. Now, I've been working in this field for 9 years, crazy to say, but I've seen firsthand how email marketing can really produce big results. Plus, I know one of the most important aspects of growing a business in general is nurturing leads. And so many people I find that just push sale after sale, which is why they don't see the results that they're looking for with their email marketing. So, in this episode, I'm going to share a simple 5-step strategy with you to nurture leads with email marketing and do it all in automation. Okay. So, let's get to it. The very, very, very first step: collecting email addresses. And this is from prospects of getting them into essentially your bubble, getting them into your email autoresponder. Now, if you don't know what an email autoresponder is, essentially, it's a program that holds all of your email addresses where you are going to send out personalized and strategic emails. There are a couple of different ways that you can get people into your bubble, collect their email addresses. For, let's say, clients, this one's going to be obviously straightforward. Anytime you generate a new client, put their contact information into your email autoresponder or your CRM and put them into a specific folder labeled clients. For prospects, the fastest way to do this is using something called a lead magnet. So that's where you're giving something away for free in exchange for someone's contact information. So think about guides, checklists, webinars, that type of vibe. Now, in another episode, I did break down the top different lead magnet strategies that you can implement. I'll make sure to link that in the show notes for you. And actually, I have a guide on it too, so I'll throw that in there for you too. But essentially, the whole goal: get as many people's contact information as possible into this database and start building this relationship. Now, once you've collected their contact information, the next step, you got to nurture them. So, inside of this email autoresponder that I'm talking about, you can send out emails that build a relationship with them all on automation. I want you to think about this like dating, okay? You get to know your new contacts, you share stories, you speak to their pain points, you answer their questions, you're introducing who you are. They don't necessarily know you yet if you are using a lead magnet. Now, typically, a nurturing campaign that I like to use personally, it's 7 to 10 emails that I send over 30 days approximately. The goal is to build this relationship, position yourself as an expert, and stay in front of them without kind of being annoying, without being pushy. So once you've built that relationship, then you're going to transition into selling your product, your service. Offering something that helps them solve a problem is so much more effective now because you built that relationship. And obviously, that comes down to your offer. That's what you're doing. You're solving a problem. The purpose, though, is to provide value, build that relationship on the front end. Now, the amazing thing about email autoresponder is that no matter what time someone gives you their contact information, every single person is going to go through this same automation. So essentially, you're building this pipeline. Now, after the 30 to 45-day nurturing campaign, whatever it's going to be for you, then you need to consistently provide value and position yourself as this expert by sending out weekly or bi-weekly emails to your entire database. So this is really step number 2. Now, most people get this wrong because they focus on sales. That's all they want to do is sell, sell, sell. But think about it. If I was to sell you all the time, do you like being sold to all the time? Or are you more likely to listen to someone who has built this relationship with you, build this know, like, and trust factor? Now, Gary Vee, he says jab, jab, punch. That's his structure. You jab twice with value, and then you punch with the call to action for the sale. Now, personally, what I do every single week, I have a new podcast episode that comes out. So I send an email to my list with an overview and I get them to listen, watch, or read it. It's straight value. I'm not selling anything. But anytime that I do have an offer or my Spotlight Theory program is open for enrollment, that's when I focus on selling. The purpose is consistently sending out these emails to provide value, build that relationship, but also stay top of mind, stay in front of them. And when they are ready to move forward, you're going to be the first person they think of. Now, when sending your emails, I really want you to personalize them, okay? And really, there's 2 ways that you can do this. First, use the people's names. This is so simple, but it is so dang powerful. In the email autoresponder, instead of just sending this mass email saying, hey, everyone, hey, friends, use, hey, Sarah, hey, Brittany. This makes them feel more connected. It makes it seem like it's more specifically for them. The other tip I can give you, segment your list based on the customer journey that they are in or whatever aspect of the customer journey they're in. So for example, if you offer a course, one-on-one coaching, a mastermind, you can segment your list into these categories. Now, each segment, the people in each segment are going to have different conversations that you would have with them. Now, one of the biggest challenges in email marketing is actually to get people to open your emails. Personalization in a subject line, that's the key. And also, you want to engage with your audience by asking them questions, actually asking them to respond in your emails. The more people actually respond, the higher your email delivery will be. So, to recap, start by collecting people's contact information through something called a lead magnet. Download the guide if you don't have it yet. Send them through a lead nurturing campaign using your autoresponder before you actually sell them. And lastly, stay in front of them all the time by sending out weekly or bi-weekly emails that focus on value. Now, don't forget to click the link in the show notes. Download my guide on the top lead magnets that you can implement. I walk you through all of the aspects that you can do for the lead magnets. But regardless, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I cannot wait to see you implement your email marketing to the fullest to really not let people slip through the cracks. Or if you are already sending out emails and people just aren't paying attention to them, that's what I want to change for you. So again, make sure you build that relationship. That is the biggest takeaway that you could take from today's episode, okay? So I will see you next week, same time, same place, of course. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I'll see you then. Bye for now.